These guys make it kind of hard to do any shooting. You guys can hear them shots going off in the background. It's one thing about out here. There's all kinds of critters that live out here, and the gunshots, they could not care less about them. It's a good place to stay because it is absolutely 100% against the rules to be shooting at any game out here. So wait for these guys to clear on out of here, and then I can start up again. Hey, at the range this morning. So with my work picking up a bunch of extra contracts and the airgun repair stuff, and then also developing 3D printed parts and things like that, and then, you know, you got to make time for your family and all that stuff too. I just hardly ever get to get out here anymore. And even more than that is I'm actually out here by myself this morning, so which is even a more rare thing. I don't mind people coming with, but I'm always kind of like having to tend to people while I'm here and things like that. And so this way, I'm just out here by myself. I'm going to be doing some testing pellets on a couple of different rifles here. I'll show you the rifles we have today. Got the Umarex Iconix 22 cal. This is my BJC moderator designed specifically for the Iconix. Works really, really well. I'll put up some dB percentages in here somewhere. It really quiets it down a lot. This rifle, after developing the moderator for it, my goal with it was to extend the shot string. These are good for about 25 shots, and I did a bunch of tuning on it. It took me a little while to get it all figured out, but I've got it shooting 40 shots now. So we're going to do some shooting with it today, try to find a pellet that it likes and see what it can do. I think I'm just in a pistol bay at the range here, but I think it's about 40 yards to the target. So I'll check that here in a little bit. Probably put that up here somewhere too. So looking forward to that. This is my Webley Nemesis X PCP I got here a while back. A couple things about it. I got this buttstock that I just developed. It's really nice. You can, you know, move this up and down. You can extend, you know, change the length of pole. You can also cant it, and these are adjustable. These have rubber washers in between the seams to help kind of hold it in place. Up in the front here, I've got my, I call it the long thread protector. I have a short version of it also. I'm trying to get the sun on it there. I really like that. The stock one is fine, but it's pretty flimsy, and I don't know. I just developed a couple of different thread protectors for it. So just up here in the front, it has threads in the end of this piece that are half 20 threads. So when you screw it down, it's nice and tight. They're a very snug fit on the barrel. So we've got a whole bunch of different pellets we're going to be trying out today. So I'm not going to bore you with all of that. I'll start doing some shooting here and try to find what these rifles are liking, and then we'll do some footage of some groups and stuff like that. So I got to shoot the rangefinder here, but I think I'm at about 38 yards, but I'm going to find out. I'll put that up here also. And I'll also show you guys some chronograph results from this thing. I'll put that up in here somewhere too. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna get set up and start just shooting. Shooting JSB 1813s. We started out at 721, ended at 755. We had a high of 827, 106 spread, and standard deviation of 32. So, and you'll see later in the video here when I'm doing the shooting part of it that actually that combo tune seems to be working out. Well, guys, it took a while. I went through a lot of different 22 pellets here, and I finally found a good old JSB 1813s. It really seems to be liking those. So I'll load up a mag here quick and do a little shooting. This is I used my rangefinder, 39 yards for this target. So, which is what I'm doing is setting these up for a squirrel hunt that my son and I are going on tomorrow. So I think that's a good range for squirrel hunting. So, and I'll say too, this is really my first time sitting down and actually spending some time with this gun and shooting it. And I don't know what the shot count is on it, but man, you get a ton of shots out of this thing. So that's great too for squirrel hunting. That's only digging. So yeah, I tried just a let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different ones, and I finally grabbed this 10, trying it out. So I did just top it off. What I have heard is that these guns are regulated to 1100. So I've been shooting it down to, I don't know, 12, 1300, somewhere in there, and it's staying pretty consistent. So 3000 psi max fill with this bottle. There's going to be some changes coming to this gun for too long. Anyway, so I got the target cam going. Hopefully it's still recording. We'll just go for this bulls on the lower right. Well, that's not impressive. You know, I had to, this little scope, I really do like these, but there's something jacked up with this one. I ended up having to shim the back of it. There's running out of elevation. So it really needs a different optic on it, but I'm not going to have time today to go home and come back out here. I got a ton of other stuff I got to do. You know, Sam's Club, that kind of stuff. I'm going to smoke some chicken, like that. Maybe work on an air gun. So you can see it's doing all right. Also, you know, so it's not a super steady rest either. That first shot was definitely me. The trigger on these are pretty nice. You know, it comes back to a defined wall, but then there's still some pull through. Like I said, I haven't done anything internally to this gun at all, but that's going to be happening too. The trigger's pretty good, really right out of the box, but I'm sure it can definitely be made much better. It's not heavy at all. Just has some creep in that second stage. Oh man, maybe I should have left the other target up. Had a way better looking group than that. But any of you guys out there that make videos, you know this is always how it goes. You get decent and really good groups off of camera. Sure, everybody out there is like, yeah, right. Keep in mind too, it's a brand new gun. I mean, it's still getting sighted or leaded in, whatever. That's definitely squirrel killing. Gonna go for the up on top there in the middle. That thing is beat to death. I don't know if you guys can see how bent those paddles are on that thing, but my first PCP was a 25 cal gauntlet. I cranked it up to about 65 foot-pounds. I used to shoot it in my backyard, and that's what that middle one's actually got a hole all the way through it from that gauntlet. So I think that is it. So anyway, 18-1-3s is what we're going with tomorrow. Definitely squirrel killing territory there. I don't know if I said anything about this. Is my BJC Bandit moderator. Half 20 metal insert in there. The thing works really good. It really quiets this thing down. Really, really nice. We've also got, this is the BJC Black Sunshine moderator. Also has a metal insert. It works really, really well too. And I do have another one called the Magnus, which is actually developed for the Barra 250Z. Johnny Mac has one right now and is doing some testing with it for me. It's essentially the same as this. It's just bigger and it's not quite as long. So anyway, you can find all this stuff on my website. These are going to be available soon. The adjustable butt jobby. Those will be available soon on there too. I'm in the process of printing a few of them up so I can get them put up. I think these are super, super cool. Really nice having all that adjustability with this gun. So definitely need a different, better optic for this, but this is what we're going to go with tomorrow for the squirrel hunt. Maybe we'll have some video of that too. Anyway, so I'm satisfied with that. We're going to move on to the Iconix now and see what we can get out of that. Hopefully it doesn't take as long to find the one that it likes. All right, guys. So spending a little time with the Iconix here. Gonna be totally honest with you. With the Webley, I like the 18 ones, so I just started with that, and it's shooting really good. So I'm just gonna go with that. I had to move this scope forward, make an adjustment. This is definitely not the right mount for this thing, so that will be getting moved, but not until after tomorrow, after the squirrel hunt. We'll be putting some regular rings on it. This is a CB Life 4-16 by, what is it, 44? Yeah. Locking turrets, which is kind of nice. So, you know, it's an appropriate scope for this gun. So, like I said before, this gun, I've actually done some tuning on it, and I've got it shooting about 40 shots. This gun just intrigued me when I saw it. It kind of looked like if you're familiar with the Umarex, it's a pumper that they got. This kind of looked like that gun's big brother. I can't remember. NXG APX. Anyway, super smooth cocking right out of the box, so it's pretty nice. Comes with 2 mags. What else about the gun? The trigger on it is ridiculous heavy. I've got this one. I did a bunch of work on it, got it knocked way down. It's still, I think, around 2 pounds, maybe a little more than that. But I mean, this thing was pulling like 7 pounds out of the box. It's crazy. So I'd like it to be a little bit better, but I think it'll get better as time goes and I shoot it. So, you probably can't really see it, but now it just comes back like that and just like that. It's pretty crisp break off there, but it's still a little hard to get that last bit pulled. So anyway, it's a really accurate gun. I was shooting it at home, and just about anything I was putting in it, it was taking. So I've got my moderator on there, which makes it super, super quiet. It does really well with the factory tune as well. Like I've got it turned down so it's even quieter. But anyway, get some of these loaded in here. We'll shoot one group down there. Now, this isn't the steadiest thing in the world. Let's set up here. I am going to come up with something to put a bipod on this. I don't really want to put it out there on the cylinder, air cylinder. I'm going to come up with something that'll mount to the bottom here. So the bottom of that thing isn't completely flat. It's kind of at an angle like this. So it's hard to just mount like a pick rail to it. So I might come up with something to, just something flat to make it flat on there with my 3D printer. I don't know. See what I do. And this plastic it's not like it's real super thick, heavy duty plastic. So, I might end up, I don't know, it might even be like a cradle that mounts just for good support. It's going to be hard to do that without making it look really ugly though. So I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. I'll get to working on it. So also this scope isn't back far enough for me, but with this mount, that's the way it's going to be. It's actually not bad. Like when I'm picking it up and going like this, so like when we're out squirrel hunting tomorrow, it's not going to be bad at all. So I don't know. I guess I don't know which gun I'm using. I'm going to leave that up to my son on which one he wants, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Webley. So we'll be shooting this guy. So anyway, got the camera going down range. We're going to be shooting at that top left target. And get myself in position. Try to shoot a good one for you guys here. And we'll shoot at the swing targets. That's one. Ah. So I did just fill this completely up. I want to shoot 40 shots through it, and because it's not regulated gun, so I want to shoot 40 shots through it just to see what kind of line I'm getting. I'm hoping at this range that it stays pretty much in the same spot. I don't know if I cocked it or not. Find out. Looks like I need to bring it up. Looks like maybe it's starting to come up. I won't bore you guys with shooting all 40 shots, but I will try to show you some results from that. I may put up a fresh target. It would just work off of, I don't know. That's a pretty accurate gun. It really hasn't had a lot of pellets shot through it. Barrel looks very similar to a gauntlet barrel or a Avenger. No crown. But it shoots really accurately. So, yeah, like I said, keep in mind too, guys, I'm not super steady here, but I'm just trying to get it good enough to plug a squirrel at about 40 yards. Yeah, shoot pretty good. That was the last one. I'll load up a few more real quick here, and we'll shoot at the swinger target. Then I'm going to top it off and do my 40 shot test. Like I said, I'm hoping it'll stay pretty good at this distance where I don't have to really worry about a lot of change and holdover, stuff like that. So let's see, that's 6, that's good enough. As you can hear, I'm not the only person that thought it was a good idea to come to the range today. This range is really, really awesome. If you live in western Iowa or eastern Nebraska, it's Eastern Nebraska Gun Club, and it's a great place. Okay, going for some steel. Like I said before, like the paddles on that thing are really, really jacked up. Or like a flatten them out with a hammer. That swinger target's been around for a very, very long time. That little one's about the size of a squirrel's head, and I'm consistently hitting it. So. And there we go. The Iconix, guys. This thing's a really for the money. It was like $189. I mean, it's really a really good rifle for that kind of money, and it's really pretty powerful. But the shot curve is like a mountain. I mean, so the tune that I've done on it, it really kind of flattens that out. So I am gonna, like I said, I'll do my 40 shot deal here, and I'll show you the guys' results of that. All right, guys, look at the results of the 40 shots. It actually ended up being 50. So I think at home, like out here, I really made sure that that cylinder was at 3,000, maybe even just a little bit above it. So I got to the bottom of the fourth mag and I still had air, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. So, you know, we go back and I'll take a look at where the gauge is now after 50. I didn't look. So this is some of my expert marksmanship, you guys. But this is where it started in the first mag, and after about 5 or 6 shots, it came up into this area. And this is all 40 shots right here. The last mag, I wanted to come off of this just to see where they were hitting at. And this is the last mag right here. This is the first shot out of that last mag. Again, some of my expert marksmanship. But all the rest of them hit right here. So you can see we got a little bit of drop. So probably the last half of the fourth mag, and then in the fifth mag, using a little bit of holdover. But I mean, getting 50 shots, not one fill on it. It's pretty awesome. We'll take a walk back here and take a look at where the pressure is on the air cylinder. All right, take a look. Let's see. So yeah, we're right at 1,000 psi. So 50 shots. 50 shots. Pretty dang good. I think it's going to be good. That's crap from the targets, the black crap on them. Anyway, I think she's going to make a great squirrel gun. It's shooting really accurately. You could see all 40 of them shots were within, I don't know, whatever size that was, but definitely squirrel killing territory. So there's the Iconix and the Webley. I might make it all in one video, or maybe I'll break it up between the two guns. I don't know. I'll probably just put it all in one. I know it's been a longer video, but that's just the way it is today. So out here at the Eastern Nebraska Gun Club, loving life. I love this place, but unfortunately I have to go to Sam's Club now. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys, happy shooting.